I wanted to take a moment to talk to you, the person out there who's been sitting on a big idea, a decision, or even a major, life change. And you may have been sitting on this idea for a long time, maybe, or a short time or a long time. Maybe it just might have recently come to you. Maybe you've been sitting on it for months, weeks, or even possibly years. And you might be just waiting for the perfect time to start, right? Waiting until you feel ready, waiting for everything to line up perfectly, waiting for you to have it all figured out so that you can just go and do it and know exactly what to expect. Well, the right time, really doesn't exist, right? Because honestly, we could always come up with a reason to not start, to wait, until everything is right. And I'm only speaking from experience with a lot of things in my life that I've kind of waited and wanted to wait until everything is right. But the most recent instance of this is with me starting a YouTube channel, right? I just kept putting it off and putting it off. I've put it off for years. I was doing little things, to help, work towards it, but ultimately I just always had a really good excuse not to start, And I've mentioned this in other videos. I did attempt to start a YouTube channel maybe 5 or 6 years, maybe 6 years ago, and it was very short-lived. I really kind of talked myself out of continuing with it, a little bit of self-doubt, and, that's something that gets in the way too. But here I am now, years later, and I finally just decided to start. And really, a big reason for that is me discovering Glow Tamo's YouTube channel and, just listening to her speak. And like, she really, and I don't want to say inspired, but she really, really put things into perspective and allowed me to kind of see it from a different, angle, and allowed me to process it differently on why I should go ahead and start, regardless of if I have, everything figured out. That's a part of the journey, right? So I just only wish I would have just taken heed a little bit sooner. But in any event, I'm here, I'm happy, I'm enjoying the process. And I just wanted to share that message for you, if there's something you've been, wanting to do, especially when it comes to lifestyle design, which is what, this channel focuses on. You're really just seeing me build towards a lifestyle that I truly desire pretty much in real time, and if anybody is considering, making a career change, starting a business, going after any particular goal or milestone, or just s- simple, decisions involving allowing you to live a better lifestyle in general, or maybe something to help your career, whatever. I'm just giving, just different examples of the types of things, that we all may be, considering, or choices that we may be faced with. This is your sign. This is your sign to go ahead and start. And, we can't just continue to just wait around until we feel ready, or until everything, lines up right, because honestly, what happens when we um put things off and, just constantly come up with reasons or excuses not to start, you're just getting further and further away from the goal, And what does that mean? Well, you know, you might be waiting and holding off to do something, and then later on comes down the line, and it may be, too late. I know that a lot of times we hear it's never too late to do this, or it's never too late to do that. Well, you could be facing some other circumstance that may now really, really hinder you from, doing that thing, And I'm not trying to sound negative or anything like that, but life be life, and you never know. So if if you don't have those major hurdles or anything, or even if you have some, you know, to start and work through it, and even just consider it, how you can overcome these things to continue moving forward towards working towards that thing you've been putting off, right, doing. So that was just a message I wanted to give to you all today, because it's something that I've been thinking about, and just, as I'm doing this daily YouTube, posting. My goal is to get to 100, videos, in a row, or possibly more. And I'm just so glad that I went on ahead and started. I'm learning a lot, in this process, learning a lot about myself, and about the craft of content creation. And I just wanted you know, um, to share that with you. So, what can starting look like? Starting can be something as simple as just writing the idea or the thing you're wanting to do down on a piece of paper, or, something as simple as making a phone call, or, meeting up with a person that may have resources that can help you do whatever it is you're looking to do. It doesn't have to be some grand, gesture, or grand big idea to get started on what you're doing. And and yeah, I mean, I just wanted to really share that, with you all today, because it's just been something I've been thinking about. Just, I wanted to let you know, hey, you can do it. You know what I mean? Just get started on it now. Don't keep putting it off, because you never know what lies ahead, and you could be one step closer to, you know, living your dream, right? So that's all I wanted to share with you all today. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.